When I say 2 weeks from tomorrow, BYU football will kick off the 2024 season, what goes through your mind?
Excitement. I can't really fathom the idea of that, but tomorrow I'm gonna get a sneak peek at that with the scrimmage coming up. Obviously, I'm excited. I can't wait to see everyone packing out LES.
You and I talked last one-on-one after spring football, so now that you're here and well into fall camp, how do you feel like you have evolved and how you fit into BYU football from that time to where you are now?
I'd say the coaches have really helped develop me into the kind of player they want me to be. All the players around have helped mold me into like the BYU figure that they want. The strength coaches have done an amazing job with all of us, producing us, making us faster, bigger, stronger. So yeah, just say that.
I think that's been one of the themes that has come out of camp, is the bigger, stronger, faster, specifically from this strength and conditioning staff. We hear that a lot, but I've been told this year it's different. Why is that? What did they do to help you in that regard?
The thing that I mainly noticed is tracking everything. Literally every little thing you can think of, they were tracking, making sure we were improving. If they saw a slight decline, they ended up holding us out a little bit that day, and then the next day we'd come in and see the improving again. So I think they were just really monitoring every situation super close, and that's what all helped us.
In the linebackers room, obviously losing Ben Bywater, huge hit, and the experience and leadership that he brings, but I know that he's looking to you and others to step up and fill his shoes. So how has your role maybe shifted now that you know Ben is not going to be in that room?
I'd say being more vocal. Ben is a vocal guy, and if you know me, I'm not very vocal. I'm still working on that, but I've had to become more vocal, have to become a leader with all these other backers. All of us have stepped up into like that leadership role, so we're all doing a little bit of it. And then I just say helping the young guys, and they're helping me. So like we're all just helping each other get better every day.
For BYU fans that haven't seen you play and are going to be looking for number 17 on the field, where are they going to see you fit into this defensive scheme?
Inside backer mainly. I will rush off the edge a little bit, so a little bit of that. I'll be in coverage, so kind of just your typical linebacker with some pass rush involved in there as well.
Where do you feel like the defense has improved the most over the past 5 months?
I'd say knowing the scheme. We've been in the film room and every day working with each other. The coaches have been there for extra work, so I think we all understand the scheme perfectly, all the checks and everything, so I think our knowledge is what's really helping us.
You've defended very admirably and really well through fall camp from what we've been told and from what we've seen in a quarterback race. So whether it's Jake Retzlaff or Garrett Bohannon or whoever in that quarterback room, what types of things has the BYU offense shown to the defense that make you feel like the offense may find some better success this year?
I'd say just improved run game from what I've seen from last year. They're definitely running the ball very well. Offensive line is physical. Receivers making great catches, running great routes. So I'd say a little bit of everything. And then the dual threat of both QBs. I think having the threat of them that they can run, like linebackers can't drop too deep. They can't not just say, oh, he's not going to run. So we have to respect that. And then I just say how fast they've been playing as well.
Now, walk us through your pre-snap reads. And for those that don't understand the linebacker position, what are you looking for when you come to the line?
I'd say the O-line's like the first key. You kind of want to see if you're given like a pass or a run tell. Then you want to see the whole formation based off where you're going to need to drop if it's pass or where you're going to fit if it's run. And then running back's demeanor, like if they're close to the quarterback, it's more likely run, wider, they think they're going out for a pass. So I'd say those are my main keys.
How much are you specifically relied upon to communicate those tells to everyone around you?
I'd say we all do our part. As if one of us can see a certain tell, like from one side of the formation compared to the other, we're going to communicate that. So I think everyone on the field is doing a great job of being able to respect each other and just say, I know this is coming, so then we can trust him to know that he's right.
Who in the linebackers room do you feel like has taken significant steps in the right direction to earn more playing time and to play a prominent role in this defense?
That's tough because everyone has improved so much. Harrison Taggart and Isaiah Glasker, obviously they're starting right now, so they've been slowing the game down and making plays. I'd say Sione Mo has done a great job. He has like 4 or 5 picks this year, just reading everything really well, running downhill. Ice, he made the transition to linebacker and is taking strides every single day, so it's been a really good thing to see him.
How would you define the culture of the defense overall in year 2 under Jay Hill?
I'd say discipline. We're all focused on doing our job. If we know that if we play assignment sound football, we're going to be able to make plays, and all of us are going to end up having a great career and do what we need to do, which is win football games.
Jack Kelly is with us on BYU Sports Nation. Essentially 2 weeks to go before game number 1. What are the 2 things that you feel like BYU needs to shore up in those 2 weeks to be ready for Southern Illinois?
I'd say mainly just tidying up or doing our assignments. Obviously, we're going to still have some mistakes right now in camp, so I'd say tidying up that. And then, that's tough. Let's think. I'm just going to say that one. Okay. That's good enough.
Hey, one's good enough. Yeah, if there's not a second clear thing, progress is being made. All right, Jack. Again, because you're in the thick of camp, you need to decompress. How do you decompress after practice to keep from going crazy and wanting to get into scuffles with these guys?
I'd say mainly just the tubs is a great way. You're still sitting with the guys and stuff, but you're just having conversations of things outside of football. And then when I go home, I like to play some Call of Duty, get on that a little bit, watch some film, just relax at my house.
Again, we've heard you are the Call of Duty king. Are you the king of Call of Duty in BYU football, in the BYU football locker room?
I would like to say so.
Who's giving you a run for your money?
I play with Zay Glasker. He's good too. And then Ice Mo is also really good.
Have you played the new college football game?
Yes, I have. I've been loving that.
And how do you feel you rank and how do you feel about your overall rating in the game?
It's good. Hopefully I can improve it throughout the season. But for my first year being here, I'm happy with it.
Right on. Okay, and we'll finish with this. What's your go-to meal to get ready to play football, whether it's in camp or for a game?
I'd say the night before, like a big pasta meal. But if it's like on a game day, honestly, I like a good smoothie, like a fruit smoothie. I don't like anything that's going to be too heavy on my stomach and that's going to hurt throughout the game.
Well, that's apt because a lot of people explain your game as smooth. So give the man a smoothie. Let him get ready for LaVell Edwards Stadium.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Jack.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.